Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Japan, episode number 17. So, it looks like our Takachiho has been saved. I just loaded back into the game, and I don't know when I saved it. This appears to be after when I actually manually saved at the very start, but before the Takachiho has taken actual hits. Because we've already spotted the ships. It gave me the report. Dude, had we actually moved forward to spot ships, right? So I don't know how this happened. Some kind of weird in-between mode. I'm not going to question it. I'm going to just take this as a blessing from the gods that Takachiho has been giving a new lease on life. Probably not for very long, though, considering she's running headlong into a bunch of destroyers. Probably this is the British battlecruiser scout fleet that we're running into. As far as what the British have, somebody recommended that I actually take a look at what we might be running into. Well, they don't have too many battlecruisers. Let's see what we're up against at the worst case. Oh, God. Well, the worst case is just terrible, just absolutely horrible. We don't have any. Our biggest guns are 13-inch guns. And this has 10 16-inch guns. That would be dreadful. Good news is they can only have max 2 of those. They still have 8 15-inch guns, which is, wow, look at that armor too, which is still a phenomenal ship. And then they're indomitable. This is something we could probably cope with. 12-inch guns. So just slightly better than my 11-inch guns on my battlecruisers, but we might be able to eke out a victory against this ship, considering it did cross-deck fire. And we only have 3 turrets, what am I saying? So they are going to have at least 3 turrets firing at us, sometimes 4. So we wouldn't be favored to win that one. Of course, what is our, let's see, well, I'll check our tonnage in a second. I don't remember what we did, like 17, 18,000? We tried to make them pretty fast. They're probably, I don't remember how large they are. Then we also have the inconstant, which is not a good, we could, even though this is 13-inch guns, this is probably, okay, it's probably not the quality -2. I imagine the British have upgraded that, but it's definitely not an amazing battlecruiser. It's mostly just a secondary gun platform with the 7 6-inch guns per side. I wouldn't worry too much with this one. I think we'd be quite capable of taking this one out. At close range, their quality is probably not as important because it's based on your maximum range, your accuracy, or at least partly. It's also partly based on quality, but just landing any shells, 13-inch is going to be much more explosive than 11-inch. Okay, so let's just take a look. How big are mine? 17? Yeah, 17,600. All right, well, let's get to work then. I don't want you on AI control. Why are you AI control? Wind is to our northeast. It's out of the southwest, which means we want to try to keep the British fleet contained to our left, our port side. These guys are not steam, but coal burning. So we have to be a little bit careful about running them too fast. Oh, I didn't even notice the camouflage. I didn't even see that one. So, why is it like this? Oh, okay, rear admiral's mode. That's weird. It's giving me the option. Okay, now I probably have the option to change this one. I do. Let's go to line ahead mode. I'm not sure if this will save the Takachiho in time. You know what? We'll actually come towards her to try to get her into line as soon as possible, but yeah. This is going to be a fun battle. Let's get our destroyers into support mode. Line ahead. I actually want them to make a torpedo run, probably not immediately, but maybe very soon. I'll leave these guys on AI control. Let's actually leave these guys on AI control. And leave these guys on AI control as a scout fleet. That's fine for now. Let's actually get... Do I have separate orders? I do. Let's get these guys to make a torpedo run immediately. Alright, we're going to go slow because this is already really up close and personal. We'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Alright, so we're identifying the unknown ships, but the Takachiho hasn't taken the hits she did last time. These are battlecruisers, and actually it's our Cupitan who has opened fire first. That's our Captain Rabbit at the helm. We landed our first hit, so this is much better than our first. But okay, it's just light cruisers. I don't really care about losing light cruisers. The big thing is here. What is going to happen to the capital ships? Excuse me. Let's see if we can get... So we're definitely hitting that guy. I'm just going to run this again. Alright, so our destroyers are taking a few hits. Wow. I'm really interested in knowing what we're up against, though. Okay, this guy is also... He's screening, and you are to support. Okay, let's get you to support. And hopefully that means you'll go make your torpedo run. I'm going to curl in. Wow, we're already launching our torpedo spreads. The Yoshino is taking a big hit. Turret destroyed already because the battlecruisers are firing at them. Probably we're going to back off with our battlecruisers. We are just kind of launching a spread in, which is fine. It's more than fine. It's wonderful. Ooh, man. These battlecruisers are... Okay, we are up against Inconstant. That is good news. But you can see that their low-quality guns, even not even having that many, has not really affected them. They're still doing okay. How do I want to play this? Do I want to curl back in? I think... Do I turn around to the left or the right? Let's turn towards the left to force these guys to stay southwest, which will help us in the wind advantage. And we have a lot of torpedoes going their way, so you know what? Let's not be silly. If we have a lot of torpedoes going their way, they almost surely have a lot of torpedoes going ours. So let's curl back. I changed my mind. The torpedoes have convinced me. Alright, we have an Indomitable class here. So it looks like this is the best case scenario. They've put their second-rate battlecruisers into action. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, the torpedoes are flying everywhere. It doesn't look like we've connected with any quite yet. Hirakazi's laying smoke. Interesting. Oh, so I guess we actually sank one of the destroyers already. And the Baka is deciding to bring her screening fleet in. Now, let's go squad max with our battleships. These guys are... We do have to win this fight. We really have to win. Now, this is just the battlecruisers. We have a main fleet somewhere out there we have to be careful about. But at the same time, I don't want to lose contact with the battlecruisers here. Okay, let's go ahead and manually control this one. You are no longer a scout fleet. You are now supporting. Line ahead. And we are just interested in keeping them pushed to the southwest. Those are our standing orders. Hibiki's taking quite a few hits. She might be out for the count. I mean, I don't give her a high likelihood of survival. Unfortunately, she hasn't launched any of her torpedoes. Never what we want to see. Alright, so we'll bring the Kami Froggy in under the Fumeo, behind the Fumeo. Guess we'll just go up to squad max. This will probably be over pretty quick because it's just so close, such a close fight. We'll probably be landing the hits quickly. Okay, squad max. You slowed way down so that your support ships can catch up, the other members of your division. And now we're in good shape. We might even be able to save the Hibiki. Oh god. Hibiki, you hero, we will remember your name for all time, but you're probably dead. We have a fleet coming in from the northeast. And it is a dreadnought fleet. Okay, so reroute ourselves north. Just ignore the battlecruisers. I'd rather get into a tangle with their... Okay, we already have... Wow, this is amazing. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is 4 14-inch guns per side. That's reasonable. Doesn't look like amazing armor. 14-inch guns is still 14-inch guns. The worst they can be is quality -1. We can't really speak much better about our own, which are only 13-inch guns. I can't remember. Yeah, quality 0. I never got the upgrade. That's right. War started too quickly. So there's something to be said about possibly just separating the two fleets, leaving them separated and going after the battlecruisers. But the hard thing about that is if you wear down the battlecruisers, they run away. If you wear down the dreadnoughts, they are too slow. Unfortunately, wearing down the dreadnoughts is usually harder. So it's kind of a tricky situation. Man, Baka is just going crazy. Well, let's just stick with our standing orders right now. Alright, Hibiki, but thank you for at least alerting us to the presence of the fleet up there. That was good. And the inconstant is coming in pretty strong. It's a bold move for such a lightly armed battlecruiser. What's our move? You know what? You know what would be capable of taking those ships out? Is our battleships. So we're going to do a very strange maneuver, and we're going to put our battleships close to the enemy battlecruisers. They are turning in flight, so maybe we can just push over onto these guys. Thought that we might actually land that one. Wishful thinking, as always. Okay, a few hits on the inconstant. My god, more than a few hits. 12-inch, 13-inch, 2 13-inch, 13-inch. They returned fire, hit our deck extended, which actually did not penetrate. I did not... Oh yeah, these guys actually have deck extended armor. They were not all or nothing. Wow. So the Kami Froggy landing a few hits, 12-inch hits. Look at it's our battleships which are landing all the hits. Belgiano's finally contributing something, but this ship might just be dead. We've at least knocked out one of its only 2 turrets. So let's go ahead and swing around on it. It's kind of made up my mind for me. We'll leave our light cruisers to like patrol the outside. They are swinging in though. This is almost a for sure kill. But what do we do about these ships? Okay, Vengeance class. What do we have? 13-inch guns. At least it'd be a fair fight. They have lots of turrets. My god. 4. But 2 they aren't even using. The Mario Tenzo did take her first hit, which was a pass-through with the heavy 13-inch guns. Alright, but we are really laying in... is this the same inconstant? Oh, it's a new one now. Oh dear. Alright, we're going to do it this way. We're going to let our battleships continue to pelt those, and we're going to turn and face the new threat. We have an Albion class. Yeah, 14-inch guns. And the Vengeance class. Okay, it looks like they also have their second-rate dreadnoughts up here. So we're just going to hope our 13-inch gentlemen can get the job done. Let's turn you to support mode, which means line ahead. Just get out of the way for a moment so you don't obstruct my vision. And then I'll put you back on AI control. Good. So far we're actually landing 5-inch shells. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Probably slow these guys down a bit. They're getting a little bit far ahead. No, they're okay. Okay, so now we are hitting the Albion with our 13-inch guns. This was all according to plan. And we'll let our pre-war dreadnoughts, pre-war battleships, I should say, just keep warding off the battle cruisers. The Mendokusai has taken a hit. Gojira near miss. Godzilla! I like this angle of approach, though. They're kind of confused. Is that ship on fire? No. We have them in like a... Well... I was going to say we have a good arc on them. Oh my god, the Mendokusai is just taking several hits that last round. Let's get our battle cruisers a little bit closer. Start swinging over the top. But we should be able to open up with our full broadside very soon. And yet, no. Okay, now this is not bad. We have 1 turret destroyed. That's not good. But we have the rest operational. That's one way to look at it. Whoa, my God, whoa, my God, we really hit this vengeance hard. Too bad they don't have, too bad none of them had, oh man, we destroyed a turret here as well. The sad thing is we are destroying turrets on the wrong side. This one counts, but all the rest of them on their port side, and they're about to swing around, so their guns are going to be facing us from the starboard side of their ship. Okay, well, I think these are still really, really good hits. My God, lots of hits. And this is probably the advantage of having so many 13-inch guns. 12, 13-inch guns, hey, we're going to land a lot. If we start getting on target, we're just going to be pelting them with huge... Oh, okay, good. So they do have their... Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa. I was just about to make the remark. I don't know if I finished saying it, but it's too bad they don't have their... turrets shafts stuffed with magazines for quicker loading. So that we can blow them up quicker, and maybe, in fact, they did. So 2 for 1. Not really a 2 for 1, it was really just firing at 2 different ships and destroying them both at the same time. In this case, we can't actually credit individual kills. George Sun is the victor of this Northern Vengeance, and the Belgiana can claim her shell as the one that sank the southward Vengeance. So things are going very well so far. How do we push this advantage? Do we call it off? Do we already say we're satisfied? No, I think we push because this is for the invasion. So we want to make sure we just secure ultimate victory. So the Mendokusai is just taking tons of hits, lost another turret. How's she doing overall? She's just getting really unlucky with those turret hits. And God, we have 12-inch turret armor for crying out loud, but it just wasn't enough. Oh, wow. Okay, so now this is getting ridiculous. Boom, boom, boom. Can you just imagine I always like to imagine the scenes. I'm just imagining our 4 Japanese ships gunning down and huge explosion riveting 2 of the battleships, and then another dreadnought in a third, but in the second series of huge explosions. And you got to imagine this. I think this might be their flagship. He's just got to be calling for all the fleet to help in his withdrawal, because certainly they know at this point that they're outclassed. So, I don't know what's wrong with our ships. They just can't hit today. I don't know the famous quote, but from Biggie 2 is trying to avenge her sister ship's loss, launching some torpedoes. Looks like we're just getting involved in a little skirmish with the British destroyers down here. Let's turn hard and start going after those battlecruisers, though. And actually, I'll get my battlecruisers. My battlecruisers can probably chase down this Albion? No, not really. They have weak enough armor and only 11-inch shells. But he has weak armor. Okay, I am going to do this then. We're going to turn and face with our starboard side now, and leave our battlecruiser, who's still hopefully up to the task of chasing down this ship, and can be completely separate from my flagship. She can be controlled independently. So we will try to run down the battlecruisers, if possible. And we will leave... I don't really like my... Well, I'll say yes. Let's go pick up the survivors from the Hibiki for role-playing reasons. What are you doing? Support, 9 ahead. Okay, we turn off our flags. We don't need our torpedo flags anymore. Where's the other one? Okay, good, because we really don't need that now. Alright, we're still hitting with the Albion, but now our new targets are the battlecruisers down here, who are probably turning back into the... Well, let's railroad them into our dreadnoughts, if we can. We took a hit. We are hitting the Albion as well. Oh, okay, we'll start... Yeah, let's pick up some the survivors of the British fleet. These poor souls. And we will also start making our turn to the south so that we can engage these... Okay, yes, also pick that one up. So that we can start engaging these battlecruisers. And the Albion's just being pummeled by our dreadnoughts, so they're going to have to shift fire soon. But that's good that they've already given... Like, they're already heavy damage, and the battlecruisers should have an even easier time finishing them off now. Let's get these light cruisers to turn in. Squad max. Go help out with our dreadnoughts as soon as possible. Yeah. So we're in good shape here. Albion hit. The inconstant. Good. So even our pre-war battleships are just have been extremely helpful. KS, pick up from the Albion. I should just say yes to all, but hey, be careful. I know that you think you're like your sister ship, who is very good at launching torpedoes, but don't hit our own ships, please. Might have come in a little bit too quickly. Oh yeah, the Albion's turning. She's a gunner for sure. So we can kind of arc from her rear, and she's only able to get off one gun. She's actually engaging our light cruisers, so we'll try to turn away from those. Wow. Well, the British certainly have something to work on. And I think it is built into the game, by the way. If you get a lot of turret flash fires, you're less likely to get them in the future, which is supposed to be a scripted way of nations responding to their weaknesses. Okay, good. Well, still only have our 12-inch pre-war battleships hitting these ships, but we'll see if we can... Okay, yes to all at this point. Oh, wow, we can only go 15? No. Still go 21, and whoever's too slow will just have to fall out of line. Wait. Nah, it's not the Mandokusai, even though she's very slow, is not the one that's restricted to 15. Who is? Oh, well, it's obviously the Gojira. She's not very much damage. She doesn't have very much damage at all. Just, I guess, an engine hit. Yep, engine room hit. That's all it takes. Otherwise, I would detach her, but she'll detach herself soon enough. Okay. So that's fine, actually. I'll let everyone start running the AI control. Oh wow, we've already knocked this inconstant out. Let's just go for the throat then. On the last one. Make sure we're gunning for her. Launching our torpedoes. And it's a miss. Oh, it's a hit. Hurrah! Another hit. God, you guys are just so bold. It's just, they split the inconstant in their formation. It's very, yeah, it's very bold, I would say. And we're chasing down some other ships here, it looks like. I don't even know what could possibly be left. My God, that's a lot of hits. And she's dead in the water. The other one hit by another torpedo. The Gojira still creeping up. So this has just been phenomenal. This is like one of the best fleet battles I've had. Especially because it's happening at night when you don't expect necessarily the best results. Oh, okay, we got to be a little bit careful here. We're not out of the woods quite yet. We have another battle cruiser we've spotted. Let's have the Gojira turn to react. These guys are obviously sinking, so let's have our dreadnoughts. Oh, another battle cruiser. Huh. Okay, well, we can split tasks then while the Gojira try to help there. I thought we had a light cruiser. It probably went to... Well, it might actually be picking up people, but if not, it's somewhere in the mess over here. All right, let's do something fun. Let's bring our ships into line abreast. Turn together. Max speed, they already are. Oh, nope. And let's go after this battle cruiser. There they are, perfect formation. Turn a little bit more. Los. Darn, the wrong one. So I don't know why line abreast helps them. In this case, it doesn't look like line abreast would help, but that's okay. Oh, the Indomitable was hit. Hey, we did actually get one. I think that was from the battle cruisers themselves, to be honest. I don't think has anybody here launched torpedoes? Oh, of course, they probably have launched torpedoes previously. Okay, well. Oh my God, look at that spread you just missed. Oh man, okay. Somebody write down Taiho no Shiro. You have to do torpedo training. You're being relegated to torpedo training very quickly. It's nice, the rain has just cleared. It's now just overcast, which is not too much more helpful. We are landing hits on Inconstant, Indomitable, which is good. And then taking hits so that our destroyer might be lost here. She might not need to go for torpedo training if she is very soon destroyed. So let's split the Indomitable here. God, that's a lot of torpedo hits. We're just trying to chase down this one inconstant. Probably won't be able to do it before she reaches port. But I think all the rest are going to be ours. And the Indomitable is actually the better ship. So if we let one inconstant go, it's not that big of a deal. But we are splitting her now, so... don't launch torpedoes, but it is a good sign. At least won't be able to fire at both of us. So let's go back to line ahead. The reason why I put them into a line abreast is because the AI does so when they make torpedo runs, and I think it encourages torpedo launching, which is kind of silly. Okay, another... I don't even think I need to look. Yeah, it's the old one. No, right now we need hits on the other inconstants. This one, yes. Well, I mean, this has been a great success, though. I have to say that. Oh, this is not good. We're going to keep pointing directly at them. Watch out for torpedoes. Lucky so far, I guess. The Gojira is still... how's she doing? Yep, she's hitting up with 13-inch guns. And this ship is certainly doomed. Wow. Now all we need to do is worry about this inconstant down here. Maybe we can just head her off before she gets beyond the defensive mines. And I think we've done it. My God, I think we've done it. Oh God! Oh no! That friendly fire! Oh God, abort! Abort Chinmoku! No! Well, it's a sad day when this stuff happens, but it does happen from time to time. There's no way... Okay, look it. In your last act, can you ram this Indomitable? No. Well, we tried. In fact, we set up the Taiho no Shiro to ram instead because that's how we lead our ships. Well, I think she's still sinking, but she's going to take another one of our destroyers down with us. That's what we'll say, even though we know that, in fact, it was probably the Baka, which Japanese for stupid seems very appropriate right now. Could have been the Shadow. Oh, maybe it was the Shadow. Let's see. Who's the guilty culprit? Yep, it's the Shadow. So, the Shadow has the ignominious... is going to... I should say, not doesn't have, but will assume the ignominious title of Team Killer. However you say that in Japanese. Why is our log constantly... I want to see the top, not the bottom. Okay. I don't know which inconstant it was that was hit by a torpedo, but it seems that we have won the day. All their battlecruisers are just stuck, and we still have this log, which is... Why are you doing that? Huh. Yeah, it's just... Maybe it's whenever the log is so full it does this? Oh God, we need to stop launching torpedoes. Alright, just get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're going to abort all of our operation now and just pull out. Okay, Biki sunk. Yeah, okay, I know that they're going to be hit by a lot of torpedoes. But we are aborting operations here. Let's just get out. And you know what? We don't need to stick around to pick up survivors. Unless it's for... Where's our Chinmoku? Where did she sink? Do we have someone pick up her survivors yet? Chinmoku was... There's a Biki. Oh, she's not dead yet. Okay, there. Now let's go pick up her survivors. Once we have done so... Somebody detach. Somebody pick up her survivors. Did that count? Because I did yes. Wait. Kamifargi sighted an enemy aircraft? What in God's name? Alright, clump up, which is probably not what you should do. I don't think they do flak here. Can we do flak? Enemy aircraft? What in God's name? Oh God, no. Turn. Your mission was only to go save the Chinmoku crew. And what great efforts we have. Okay, so the scenario is over. Great Britain has no ships left at sea. What a victory. So their destroyers happen to escape, but On a day where we only fielded 4 dreadnoughts and 2 battlecruisers, we sank 4 dreadnoughts and 4 battlecruisers ourselves. Very impressive. I'm conveniently not mentioning the fact that we had 3 pre-war battleships because you wouldn't normally think they'd be relevant when you're already dealing with, 1920 and dreadnoughts and battlecruisers, but I would say they served themselves very well. So good job. I'm sure there's a lot of fodder for the comments based on this battle, but it's probably going to call this episode to a close even. It's not like we actually absolutely have to end it right at this moment, but wow. 2 prestige points, which I don't care about at all. 30,000 victory points and 2,000 enemy victory points. Really, really minor. So this is invasion. Well, with a result like that, we'd have to assume that we will end up picking up that colony. I mean, it's not like absolute, but it would almost have to be, right? How could they not give it after that flawless performance? So our Sagami class performed excellent. They don't even have the quality 1 guns. Just imagine how much better they would have done with those. Yeah, I'm just very impressed with all our ships. Our battlecruisers perform well. Didn't get a chance to view them in a great amount of detail, but something. And how many, by the way, we have 1, okay. I'll leave the other 2 in Southeast Asia. The dreadnoughts here, the Sagami class dreadnoughts, have just performed exceptional, and even though we lost 3 of them, it looks like, to the repairs, at least we have 3 total capital ships in this area. No, I actually don't like that. We will send the Yukona up to help out until some of the other ships come back. Because the Nike is stuck out patrolling, a long forgotten colony, much to her shame. Just a joke for the name, or the namesake, about the Honorverse series. Okay, so the Mikasa ships, I'm very happy we retrofitted them up to 1914. I'm not sure if they would have done as well if we hadn't given them director firing. And they also got the quality 0 12-inch guns. What would we say we were lacking? I think the main thing, it looks like our destroyers performed okay. Light cruisers performed okay. I didn't really focus on them too much, though. I'll kind of be interested in seeing what the feedback was. Huge monthly balance available to us. So we will be able to build some new ships soon. I kind of want better... Oh, research. God, what was I supposed to do with research? Turn other things off high so that we can get naval guns better developed. Yes, I think that was it. What do we have on high? Well, kind of need most of those things. Wow, we're already 17 techs into fire control. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's really good. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to turn the torpedo technology to medium. It's probably very good at 12 technologies already, so that'll slightly help. Let's put this down to low because I don't really understand how fleet tactics really is going to help us. All these things are just going to slightly more highly prioritize naval guns. But it's very hard to make... I actually need to put this one up to high. We only have torpedo protection 2, I think. And although that's not terrible. Torpedo protection 3 actually isn't that much more useful. It's really expensive for only a gain of 1. And then going from 3 to 4 is actually once again useful. But yeah, and explosive shells, I don't think we can put that. Okay, so let's just leave it at this. I slightly helped prioritize naval guns. And let's go one more turn to see if the invasion worked. Okay, we actually got help due to our study of the British ships in light forces and torpedo warfare. Concentration firing. We're sinking ships. Man, another one, you say? Well, I guess that our amazingly decisive action, where we sank 8 capital ships, probably, I'm guessing, a quarter of the British capital fleet we sank. And I only will know that as soon as I look at the almanac. But yeah, okay, of course we're going to accept because we absolutely have to. Oh, okay, they weren't able to gain enough ships. That's even better. Let's kind of look. How many ships do they have total? 14 and 7, and we sank 8. So yeah, basically we sank a quarter of the British fleet. If they had 29 at the time, then and now they're down to 21. Yeah, it's actually more than a quarter of their fleet lost in a single engagement. Really, really great. The only problem is now all the ships that are going to be replacing them, the 7 they're building, and all the rest of them are much higher quality. But that's fine. So, thanks for watching this episode. I had a blast. This was really a lot of fun. Putting together a good fleet action. And congrats to all the captains who survived the encounter. We only lost 2 destroyers, so I think there's even duplicates of both the ships we lost. So, really, nothing really bad to say about it. We'll just keep fighting for Highway or however you pronounce the port we're trying to invade. And hopefully we'll take it in the next episode. So until then, thanks for watching and take care.